Now, after you install your MetaTrader platform, you are ready to go. Once you're logged into your account, you can see the market watch where we have the bid and the ask price changing all the time, which means that we are connected to the server of the broker and we have access to the market. So no matter we are using a demo account, we can participate on the market and practice, and that's the best thing actually, having a demo account, because you are actual trading, of course, without having any real profits in the account or any losses, but that's the idea of practicing with a demo account. Now on the left side, you will notice the market watch where we have different assets. We have the currency pairs on the top with hot Forex, then we have gold, some indexes, oil, other commodities, then there are some stocks, and if I scroll lower, you will see the cryptocurrencies. Okay, we have Bitcoin versus the American dollar, which is obviously the most popular asset that everyone trades. Then we have Bitcoin versus the euro, Ethereum versus the dollar, Ethereum versus the euro, Litecoin dollar, and we have the Ripple as well. Okay, honestly, I haven't seen much more of a difference with other brokers when it comes to variety of assets for CFD trading. But at this course, I'm focusing on the Bitcoin, and I trade personally the Bitcoin with robots because it's the most volatile asset, and this is where we can maximize the profits when we are trading volatile assets, and the Bitcoin versus the American dollar is definitely one of the most volatile assets. Now we have two columns. One is the bid price and the other one is the ask price. Keep in mind that when you buy, you always buy on the ask price, which is the more expensive price, and when you sell, you sell on the bid price. And also when you buy Bitcoin and then you close the position, you will be buying it on the ask price, and then when you close the position, since this is a sell order, you will be closing it on the bid price. And if you want to see exactly how much is the difference between the bid and the ask price, you can right click over the market watch and check spread. This will show a third column, and this is exactly the spread. With most of the brokers, the spread is floating, which means it's changing whenever there is volatility. At this moment with the Bitcoin, it's about $24. And something important to notice here, that hot Forex has 3 digits after the decimal comma for the Bitcoin. So you can see that the ask price is 18,077.045. There are 3 digits after the decimal comma. So this means that the spread, which is displayed as 24,000 something, is actually $24. So if I buy one complete lot and I close the position, or I sell one complete lot and I close the position, I will pay about $24 as spread. Okay, it looks much more compared to the others, but keep in mind the Bitcoin is the most expensive asset right here. And at the same time, if you are buying Bitcoin on Coinbase or on any other cryptocurrency exchange, you are still paying a fee, right? So for example, on Coinbase with my type of account, I can buy maximum 7,500 of Bitcoin, which if I click on preview buy, you will see that the Coinbase fee for that transaction will be 287 euro, okay, which is much more compared to $25. And this is for 7,500 euro, which is actually less than half of Bitcoin. So if I'm buying a complete Bitcoin on exchange like Coinbase, I will be paying more than 560, 70 euro for that transaction. Okay, and after that, when I'm selling it or exchanging it for other cryptos, there will be more fee, obviously. Okay, just wanted to compare it one more time with the exchanges, because many people say that it's more expensive to trade the CFD trading, but that's not actually the reality. And it might get more expensive if you are holding your position for a long time. Okay, because when trading with Forex brokers like Hot Forex or any other, we pay as well swap. If I go to specification, you will see that I have negative of 6,000 points, which is I think $6 in this case of a swap, because we have 3 digits, right? So this is about $6 fee if we hold the position overnight. So the brokers will charge us a swap when they transfer the trade for the next day. And we don't have that on the exchanges. When we buy cryptos, we don't pay fee that we are holding it in the account. So only in the case when you hold the trades for a long time on your MetaTrader account or on your broker's account, it might get more expensive to trade the bitcoins here, because you will be paying swap every night. But because we are trading with robots, we close the trades quickly. Some of the trades will not last over the night. The robots that I included in the course will not last through the weekend. Okay, so we have 3 days swap as well with the brokers, which means that if we have a trade opened on Friday, or we have an open trade during Friday and it goes through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday the market opens again, then we will pay swap for these 3 days. Okay, here it is, 3-day swap that is charged on Fridays. This is how the trading works. And on the exchanges, we don't have such costs, such a swap. But one more time, as you saw, the fee is much more expensive compared to the spread that we have with Hot Forex in this example. And back in time, in 2017, 2018, when everybody was crazy about the Bitcoin and the brokers just placed the Bitcoin on their platforms, the spread was absolutely crazy. It was reaching about $200, $300. At that moment, I didn't use Hot Forex. I found it later as a reliable broker. So I don't know what was their spread during this time. But now with most of the brokers, the spread is somewhere between $15, $20, $25, $30, which is just fine compared one more time to what we have on the exchanges. Okay, so that's why I said that the exchanges are more suitable if you buy cryptocurrencies and you hold them for a long time for investment purposes. This is what I'm showing in my cryptocurrency investment strategy course, where I analyze the Bitcoin, for example, on TradingView. That is another platform for trading, very popular, especially for technical analysis, like what you see in front of you. But in that course, I teach the investors how to buy cryptocurrencies and when exactly to buy, when exactly to take profits, and to sell the cryptocurrencies. But that's different, that's investment. And this is why there I demonstrated over the Coinbase, and personally I use for this system Coinbase. But when it comes to algorithmic trading, trading with robots, MetaTrader is much more suitable with a broker as Hot Forex, because there we have much lower fee, or in trading this is called spread. And if we are closing the trades within the same day or within a few days, we don't pay huge swap, which is just fine. And why did I say that the trades don't last over the weekend with the robots that I include in the course? This is because with the Forex brokers, usually we don't have trading on the weekend. And you can see this gap over here. There is no price between that level and that level, and then there is a gap here at a few more places. So if I go to properties and I go to common and I uncheck show grid, but if I check show period separators and I click on OK, you will see that this is exactly between Friday and Monday. All right, let me go to the current price. I can go as well with the end button on my keyboard, or if I press this button on top that says scroll the chart to the end of the tick incoming and I zoom it, you will see that today it is 10th of December, which is Thursday. We have Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay, it was 7th of December 2020, and then the next day is 4th of December, which was Friday. And then we have Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, which was the 30th of November 2020, and the next day is 27th of November 2020. Okay, this is the weekend, this is Friday, and here starts Monday. So we don't have trading on the weekend with most of the Forex brokers for cryptocurrencies. And this is why the expert advisors that I included in this course will not hold positions over the weekend. Everything will be closed until Friday. This way you don't worry if there are such gaps. Okay, this is one of the things that I have improved compared to the EAs from the previous course, because before there were brokers offering trading during the weekend. These were the type of EAs I was using. And then when I shared the EAs in my course, some of the students complained that their broker doesn't have cryptocurrency trading during the weekend. Okay, so no worries about that anymore. You will not see trades opened during the weekend. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and in the next lecture I will give you more details about the MetaTrader platform, and you will learn more about the chart and the different windows that we have on that popular platform. Thank you for watching, and if you have found the video useful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cheers, bye!